How y'all doing?
Hey guys, it's been a while since I've uploaded anything, but I have a valid excuse. Your girl is officially a college graduate. That's right, I have graduated college and I am now an official professional acting person, because that's what a degree in acting means, right? But yes, finishing up my last semester along with navigating this pandemic in Vegas and then having to move from Vegas back home to Chicago, it's been a lot, a very stressful couple of months, and I've barely had the will to live, let alone make content. So we took a bit of a break, but now we are back.
Better than ever.
And boy, do I have something in store for y'all with this comeback video. How many of you remember a TV channel that bravely went into the dark, disgusting, dirty trenches of the cis straight male brain and pulled out entertainment from this deep abyss and served it up on a loud, overstimulating, crass platter? If you do, you might be thinking about Spike TV. Spike TV's tagline was simply "Get More Action," and they admittedly marketed towards young adult men. So what was I, a elementary/middle school girl, watching any form of entertainment on this channel? I don't know. I was watching a ton of shit I shouldn't have been watching at a young age, like South Park, The Boondocks, E! News, and a slew of other trash TV pop culture shows, anything that was on Adult Swim. And it probably explains a lot about my adolescence now that I'm thinking about it, but we won't get into that. Back to Spike TV. Now, although Spike TV now ceases to exist, and to officially close out the channel, one of Spike's reps went on a wild Twitter rant. They did provide us with quality entertainment such as Manswers, Ink Master, and Trucks. No, literally, they had a show just called Trucks, about trucks. But the true star of this channel, the show that I was mostly tuning in to watch, well, maybe aside from Manswers, but that's only because the narrator was absolutely fucking ridiculous.
But is that gonna strip her naked?
Was a little ditty that I like to call 1,000 Ways to Die. 1,000 Ways to Die was a show that was pretty self-explanatory. It just told outrageous stories of how people could and would reach their ultimate demise, with reenactments and another interesting narrator.
Minutes later, she was just like her phone. Dead.
This show was very appealing to me for whatever reason. Something recently triggered the memory of me being obsessed with this show, and so I thought, why not reminisce with the people who were also subjected to this absolute insanity. A while back, I took to my socials, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, by the way, and I asked people if they're familiar with the show, and if they were, what is their most memorable death that they saw. And from those responses, I think I compiled some pretty good moments, and now we will be experiencing them together. Exciting stuff. I'm gonna start off kind of tame and get progressively worse. The first death up is called Hair Today, Dead Tomorrow. So essentially the reenactment starts off with these two doctors doing an autopsy, and they're trying to figure out what this large mass is. They keep talking about this large mass in this woman.
It's a large mass.
And we will be soon finding out what that large mass is. But let's first follow the events prior to this of Miss Joan Mikan, who we can only assume is the woman on the autopsy table.
Joan was a beautiful, free spirit, an artist, and a nudist. But Joan had a big problem growing deep inside her. Joan suffered from a disease known as trichophagia, an obsessive need to ingest hair.
Hair is made of long chains of polypeptides and proteins all conglomerated into something we call keratin. Keratin is indigestible by the human GI system.
Another thing about Spike TV, at least I know this about Manswers and 1,000 Ways to Die, is that they would have these professionals come on and explain the logistics of, I guess, what is happening to this person's body as they're dying or as they're about to die. I still to this day don't know if these are real professionals. I doubt it. I doubt it. Since according to our professional, keratin is not digestible, Joan, of course, had no knowledge of this, and she just kept eating her hair. And eventually it got to a point where she couldn't keep food down, and, you know, her digestive system was really fucked up. But she continued eating the hair because I assume that she didn't find a correlation between her eating her hair and her not being able to digest anything. Bless her heart.
Her health deteriorated until she collapsed into a coma and soon after died.
So this brings us to the beginning of the clip where we saw the two doctors doing the autopsy and figuring out what this large mass is. And it turns out that it is indeed a hairball. A ball of hair that is amassed over the years of this woman just chewing on her hair. And that's what did her in. This is the show, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. And we're only getting started. Our next death up is called Chutes and Ladders, and this one follows a man named Ralph. And Ralph is your typical man's man. He's a manly man, and he wants to sit in his recliner all day and drink beer and watch TV uninterrupted. No distractions. He just wants to live his man-ass life. All was going swimmingly with this until his neighbor decided to get a dog. And this dog is yipping day and night, interrupting his man time. And so he goes and decides to, you know, confront the neighbor about the dog.
Oh, hi, Baxter. How are you?
Mind shutting up your dog?
Oh, he's just a dog. You know dogs.
But Ralph was not taking this answer lying down. No. He said, I'm not dealing with this. So he decides the best course of action is to murder the dog. And he's going to do this by using some sort of slingshot contraption that luckily our professional is going to come and give us the logistics on.
A slingshot can reach the velocity of up to 200 miles an hour, up to 100 yards. Enthusiasts have taken down as large as a deer or a boar. The slingshot has also been modified to do fishing, and they have been known to take out a shark of up to 365 pounds. Imagine that.
So using the slingshot contraption, Ralph does his murder attempts and he is successful. He ends up hitting the dog and killing it. So after Ralph successfully murders this dog, job well done for him. He's feeling good about it, puts away his weapon, and as he is climbing down the ladder of his attic, something happens.
If any asswipe messes with one of God's creatures, be prepared for a cosmic slap.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Upside the head.
So his foot ends up getting caught and he hits his head and dies. Love that. Seems pretty simple, but let's have another one of our professionals come in and tell us what that's about.
Our poor ladder climber, falling backward, catching his leg, and he smashed the back of his head into the floor. The blood is coming downhill. It goes by gravity, so it's going to pool much more rapidly. It's actually going to squish the soft, fleshy part of your brain. The heart and the lungs stop, and you die.
So all because this man could not deal with a little bit of yipping from the neighbor's dog. He's now deceased. But I mean, I guess it's just what you get when you commit murder. You know, you get murdered or you die, because I guess it wasn't really a murder. Anyway, so to me, our last death that we're going to talk about today really sums up the show and Spike TV as a whole. And it is called Kildo. Yes, Kildo. Let's get into it. So this one follows a woman named Jennifer. And Jennifer is very, for lack of a better word, perpetually horny. She is just a very sexual woman and she likes what she likes and she likes to and good for her. I love it for her. However, the way she handles it is not.
Some people just seem to ooze sexuality. Take Jennifer here. She can turn a trip to the supermarket into a lap dance of longing and lust.
She goes grocery shopping and she sees this Hawkeye or whatever, and her horny chip activates, and this is what happens.
It was time to go organic.
So yes, she is pleasuring herself with a carrot, and I guess the carrot had some sort of sharp edge to it or something, and it ended up slicing her vaginal walls, question mark, and causing some sort of something to kill her. I'm not really sure the logistics. Let's check in with our professional, shall we?
Stranger things have happened. She tore part of her either vaginal wall or some part of her pelvic area. Air somehow got in during the masturbation process into the arteries, and the air then went up to the heart and caused death.
There you have it, folks. Yeah, once again, speechless. Have nothing to say, because what is there to say? Alright, y'all, that was the infamous 1,000 Ways to Die. If you were familiar with this show, I hope that watching this you got some weird but good nostalgic feelings about it. And if you were not familiar with this show prior to watching this video, I'm really sorry. I am. But if you liked this video, make sure to show me that you really mean it by liking this video. And also comment down below what you may want to see from me next. And don't forget to subscribe, the support would help a lot. I do plan on getting on a regular upload schedule from here on out, so thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next week with another video.